Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I'm your host, Gavin, and we are joined by our regular three superstars. Is that too much of a stretch?
Maybe. Wouldn't call us that after the Melbourne watch party, but
maybe a little bit too much of a stretch. But how are we doing, gents? Boyd, let's start with you. How are you doing, you massive sack of potatoes?
Mate, I'm going pretty fucking good myself. Do you want to know about my personal life, mate, or do you want to know how I feel about the basketball?
Yes, please. Talk to me about your personal life.
Personal life is great, mate. My children are finally all recovered from COVID. We're all good. There's no fucking diarrhea in this house anymore. We're fucking good, man. Going great.
Yeah, I appreciate you dragging your COVID-infested ass down to Melbourne too and infecting half of the watch party. Thanks for that, mate. Anyway, Hammo, how are you, mate? Good to see you.
Yeah, doing really good, man. Sorry, man. Just sharing the link for this party so everyone can get involved. Yeah, doing well. It's been pretty knackered. It's been a long week. But, keen to talk up some Suns with you boys.
Loving the new background, Hammo.
She's tight, eh?
It's tight.
Love it.
Toitness.
It's toit. And,
toit,
of course,
noise.
All the way from Singapore, infected with COVID from Boyd. Probably, who knows? Nate, how you doing, mate?
Mate, all good. Yeah, 1 week to go till we do another watch party. 1 week till Christmas. Get to see you guys. Get to see my family. Get to see some other friends. Turned another year older and still don't feel like I've hit any level of maturity in my life. So,
Well, we're proud of you for that. Well done. We are proud of you for that. Look at my background. It's flashing green and shit. If you're checking us out on YouTube, do us a solid. Hit the like button. Doesn't take you long. Please just hit the fucking like button and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. It'd be great. If, again, 10% of you is all that hits the like button at the moment. So we're getting plenty of viewers. Our viewers are lifting every week. All you have to do is hit that little thumbs up thing down the bottom.
Hit the fucking like.
Hit the fucking like. Otherwise, we'll send Boyd we'll send Boyd over with his COVID infected nutsack to rub all over your iPhones. Whatever it is, Boyd's going to go
pull a Rudy Gobert teabag.
Boyd is going to go on a national tour of nutsack rubbing. And as Nate brought up, this week, coming up at the Sporting Globe in Chermside in Queensland, 12 p.m. on Saturday, the 23rd of December, the Suns versus the Kings. The Aussie Suns fans will host our second watch party. And we're pretty excited about all catching up in Brisbane. Nate will be down again. Boyd will be there. Unfortunately, Hammo won't make it for this one. But we're going to have a lot of our friends up in Brisbane. The first couple of watch parties that I actually attended were in Brisbane. And we had great turnouts to those. So expecting another great turnout this week to the game on Saturday. Boys, you excited?
Fuck yeah. And my apologies to everyone for it being so close to Christmas. This one literally was, I think, as Gav's pointed out before, tied to my travel schedule. So my fault, not sorry.
Can't apologise for the NBA schedule, bro. It's not on you.
But let's be honest. As full-grown male humans, most of us with families and wives and partners and kids, Christmas means spending multiple days in a row with your family. So getting out and away from that and watching the Suns play with some other fully grown men and drinking some beers is probably a good idea a couple of days before Christmas.
What a salesman!
I'm just gonna make a suggestion here that, here's an opportunity to, maybe blow off some steam before you're locked in a house with family, and in particular, potentially your in-laws. I know if I was locked in a house with my in-laws, I would certainly get the fuck out as soon as I could. But anyway, I digress. This week, gentlemen, she was a rough one this week. Of course, the week started okay, fine. Another trip to Phoenix by Chris Paul and the Golden State Warriors. The Suns had a 119-116 victory. Then we hosted the Twins. They came back to Phoenix for the first time, got a rousing reception, all that sort of stuff, and some videos and all that, which I'll talk about shortly as well. But a 116-112 loss. And then, of course, an absolute shambles of a game yesterday on a day where we honoured one of the great Suns and then went about embarrassing the entire franchise on national TV with a 122-139 loss to the New York Knicks. A loss that included I'm not going to call it a snipe. I'm not going to call it a snipe, but somebody taking out Bradley Beal, and we're probably going to miss him for a number of weeks now. How did you see the week there, Hammo?
Yeah, look, I predicted it to be 2-1 last week, and I got in a little bit of trouble for that. But unfortunately, I was wrong. It was worse. I don't know what happened against the Knicks, man. It used to be our third quarter snoozes, third quarter nap time. Now it's fourth quarter. I don't understand it. That shouldn't have happened yesterday. But that being said, Brunson did go like God mode. So you can't really
a career game, right?
Oh, it was huge.
You can't
and all the
for a career
props to
game.
him for it. All the props to him for it, man. But yeah, look, we still got to work out some stuff. The Bradley Beal injury, yeah, that's we could be looking another 4 to 6 weeks. We'll just wait and see.
I guess it was a pretty bad sprain, but generally by standard, you can get over a sprain in 2 weeks. So let's not dance around 4 to 6. Let's hold a little more hope.
Stacking it on top of his still issues with his lower back. So, if he was playing limited minutes for a couple of weeks, well, maybe he's going to sit out a couple instead.
Well, you go, Nate. I don't want to go a second.
You're going to compose yourself there, brother. Well, look at it. Let's just go through the games, right? What were the standout features of each game? The Golden State game, although it was a W, it was the Draymond bitch slap on Nurk. We all fucking hate Pat Beverly. Like that guy, I can't stand even watching on a court. Like even in my Player 2K season, I just switched over seasons and I put in trade requests to acquire Grayson Allen and they gave me Patrick Beverly. Like fucking drove me nuts. Put him straight on the reserve list. Don't care. I'm going to play the rookies with a 68 rating. But Draymond, I actually like watching play. He's an absolute mug. There's just something about when he's on the court. It is a little more exciting. I just don't like being on the recipient side of it. And, he goes and bitch slaps our biggest guy. And in the press conference, Nurk's comment was amazing. I hope whatever he's got going on in his life, he sorts out. That gave me a chuckle at the end. Look, the Brooklyn game I told you in the last pod, it was. The Brooklyn game was the one I was really looking forward to. And look, it was a good all-round game. But if you look at the way the Nets performed, they've found that level of consistency that I suppose by comparison, we might not have quite found yet. Like all 5 of their starters were well into double figures, consistent high minutes across the board. They look like they're finding some cohesion. So it was a good game to watch. We didn't lose by much. We should have won, but we didn't lose by much. And then going over the New York game, just watching Brunson have a 50-piece out of nowhere from the third quarter, like we looked fine in that first half. And then to see it sort of unravel the way it did, I can understand why people are all pissy and bitching and moaning. But I mean, again, you can't predict someone going off for a 50 piece. I mean, we had it done to us in the fucking playoffs and the finals, the worst possible time ever. I'd much rather someone drop a 50 piece on us with a win, a quarter or whatever in the way into the season, than see it again in the finals. So yeah, two L's and a W is not really the way we saw the week going, but
yeah, it was it was a shame, and I just want to touch on the Draymond Green thing. I'm with you. I don't mind Draymond, but there's want to get into this a little bit more later on as well with Draymond Green, and just off the topic of just the game itself and more about some of the commentary that's been around it. So we'll touch on that then. Boyd,
before we move off the last game, though, then I just wanted to say that starting five for the next game, albeit for 4 minutes, was fucking sexy. Seeing just that the backcourt there with Grayson Allen, Beal, and Booker, and then KD and Nurk, I thought I was excited watching that start. Now I'm glad I watched the start of the game because there wasn't much of it to watch after that. But yeah, sorry, Boyd, you can talk now if you feel yourself.
Boyd, I fixed it for you. Boyd, go.
Now, out of these three teams, Golden State, fucking Brooklyn, and the New York Knicks, I think that we had our toughest game at the start, and it should have been a downhill slider. It should have gotten easier and easier to fucking see the week out. It didn't, though. They all played as they should play. Knicks lit it up, fair enough, but we got fucking worse. We got more smug. We got more cocky. We got more fucking like the entitled fuck with the fucking silver spoon with all the fucking shiny toys, and no one else is playing with these toys. And you fucking, we're just, man, we're fucking losers. That's what we are. We're fucking losers, and it's an absolute disgrace. The effort. There was a fucking the effort, the fucking hustle. It's fucking non-existent. These guys are all our fucking supporting cast. They're fucking carrying on like they've got fucking stitched up contracts for years. Like fucking max deals, and they're fucking. There's no borrowed time. They're fucking. I would not be surprised if we actually start moving. If this continues and we don't wake up against Washington, there's going to be some fucking shaking up happening. Let me tell you.
What the hell is Washington going to do, man?
Oh, well, they don't have to do much because we're not fucking doing anything, Hammo.
Beautiful. That's the reaction I was looking for. Same thing. What are the Nets going to do? What are the Knicks going to do? Look what they just did.
Here's the thing. We have this elite offense. This elite offense. And it's got you remember when Klay Thompson said after he'd done the 4 rings thing to fucking Book, and he got his ass handed to him, and then he got on that thing with PG-13 and he said, "Oh man, I've got to be honest, I was in my feels, I was feeling myself." We're fucking feeling ourselves a little bit too much at the moment. A little bit fucking too much, because we just think that with just on pure skill and no fucking effort and no care factor, we're going to towel teams. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. For every single fucking lackadaisical fucking turnover, for every single fucking easy, soft fucking bucket, Jalen Brunson, 3'5", just wandering up to the fucking hoop and just placing it in there like fucking. Don't even make him fucking puff. Don't even make him sweat. Man, it's pathetic. Every single time you do that and you have a fucking lapse on fucking defense and you fucking let an easy bucket in, you're increasing the pressure on your offense at the other end. And then we have all these fucking cunts on the offensive end. Answer me this question, and this is a question to all of you guys. The ball, it's ISO ball, right? We all fucking know that. It's ISO ball and it's fucking pathetic. Is it a problem with the support cast not moving off of the ball? Are we being forced into ISO because our support cast is fucking stagnant, or is it by design? And are these guys just fucking choosing? Is it our support cast has deer in headlight moments and they're just fucking ball watching the stars fucking go around, or what is it? Because
I'm going to jump in here
Well,
because I had a very strong opinion. I was sitting there watching a couple of these games as well, thinking similar things to you. I wasn't going to be quite as demoralizing as you've been, but thinking the same thing. Is this the Stars playing ISO all the time, pulling up the same shots all the time, or like you said, by design, is this the coach? Now, we don't want to shit on the coach too soon, but is Vogel treating us like he did the bubble Lakers?
Let me tell you something about the bubble Lakers. They took it out, right? They also had a patch. I'm not freaking out about the Vogel thing. He's not doing his job as a defensive-minded coach. Give him that. That's a given. But he also he had a similar lull when he was with the Lakers before they took that out. During the season, they had from memory, they had a real fucking rough patch, and it didn't look like they were gonna get there at all. And they figured it out and came back.
So just on that, right, and credit here to Mr. John Voider, Darth Voider. If you haven't seen Suns Jam, make sure you check it out. This is our friend Mr. Vogel's record as a coach, a defensive coach. And you can see the bubble Lakers there, where they rank in the NBA defensively. Now, you're talking about a dip. We're a hell of a long way away from the bubble Lakers.
Oh, yeah. Fucking what's that? That's 7 points.
I was referring to the bubble Lakers more by the way of he knows he's got LeBron and AD, and he sort of just says, hey, I'm not going to make the call. You guys make it. You go do what you guys do. And that's why we keep seeing – that's why I think I'm asking, is that why we keep seeing KD and Book do the same fucking thing over and over and over?
I think KD and Book are definitely calling the ISO in the last quarter, and they're trying to play a bit of hero ball. But I'm going to go back to something else that you said, Boyd. For me, I'm not so concerned about the offensive piece. The offensive piece will work if we have the effort and intensity at the other end. At the moment,
it becomes so much easier. Yeah, the game becomes.
We are playing. It does, and one of the things you said for me was absolutely spot on. We have a group of players at the moment that are playing like billion-dollar superstars. These are guys that just expect this shit to happen. There is not enough hustle. There is not enough work rate. We certainly don't get out and run, which is everything that we expected this team to do. We expected this team. We said, no point guard. We're just going to push the ball. We can't push the ball because the opposition team is scoring, because we're allowing guys to walk to the basket. Jalen Brunson was on a fucking heater, and we were 2 steps away from perimeter defense. And then jumping out with the DeAndre Ayton 3-point defense, where you do that half-assed effort of half a hand in the air and watch the ball shoot over your head. Nasir Little did it 4 times in a row, and Brunson hit all 4 threes. He was like 9 from 9 from fucking 3-point land.
Well, mate,
okay,
you can't really blame our failures on Nasir Little, though. We don't rely on him for fucking shit, and you can't be upset.
We should. But he's there to play a defensive role. That's part of what he's in the squad for. That's one of his.
He's still under concussion protocol too, though.
No, he's not under concussion protocol. If he was, he wouldn't be fucking playing. He's wearing a mask, but he's not under concussion protocol.
Yeah,
sorry.
Do
you want to know the biggest difference?
Yep.
Do you want to know the biggest difference? Dante DiVincenzo jumped under fucking Bradley Beal's feet. It sucked. We all got the shits. Bill got the shits. I'm sure the team's got the shits with him landing under his feet. But he fucking hustled to get into that guy's face. We don't do that shit. We stand 2 steps away and put a fucking useless hand up. Have a dip. Hustle on defense. Fucking belt someone.
We've been scouted for that, no doubt. I reckon it's like, hey, if you got a guy in front of you, just fucking shoot it. Don't worry about it. Contest it or not, because they're not getting in your space. They're not fucking putting pressure on. You're fucking good. Shoot that.
It's the same. It's the same with the rebounds, and I said it. I said it on Twitter during the week. With the rebound, with the rebound piece, we actually have opposition teams now that part of their game planning is come from 3 or 4 steps off and jump at the rebound offensively, because you'll get it, because the Suns don't box out.
Never.
So you're going to get second, third, fourth opportunities to score because the Suns don't fucking box out. That is the easiest. I teach my under 12 fucking girls basketball team that boxing out is the most important thing you can do. But an NBA team can't fucking box it. I watched Yuta Watanabe. When a shot went up, turn around and look at his player who was running at an offensive rebound and watch him run past him.
Hey, man.
Yeah, Utah's defense is a massive concern right now.
If we get a defensive identity like we did with Cam and Macau and Javon, you remember that when we just had this pesky fucking name out there, and we were picking people up fucking 3/4 court, and Javon was great for it. But
we've got a pretty good team does that right now.
We had an identity. We were feared on the defensive end, and what it did is it gave us that much more leash, that much more time for us to get our offense going. It makes it easier for the role players because you can afford a couple of possessions where you let them try something. You give yourself breathing space, and you give yourself but when you are fucking just leaking points, like fucking just they're pissing all over you on that end of the court, you're fucked because you have this precious situation where you've got a star feeling like he has to fucking do it all, and you've got a role player thinking, I don't want to fuck this up because we're down 8. I don't want to fuck this up, and they get the fucking yips.
I'm telling you right now that if we fix the defensive end of the floor, and this entire outlook of this team changes. It's nothing to do with the offense at the moment because momentum is a great thing. It builds confidence on offense. And the biggest issue that we have, you just mentioned Josh Okogie. Josh Okogie's doing nothing special on defense at the moment.
I know.
Well, he's also not in there getting much opportunity.
Well, he's out injured at the moment. He hurt his hip. But we're talking at the moment that our key defensive pieces are J.O., Jordan Goodwin, and Nasir Little. I'm sorry, but that is a massive problem. And we saw this last year. I am adamant that we saw this creep in last year with Mikal Bridges. Our defensive hustle, even with Mikal last year, that stopped. It backed off because we were so reliant on what we could do on the offensive end. And we need some dog on the defensive end now. I want to see, and it pains me to say, but I almost want to see Grayson Allen do one of those fucking things where he jumps under someone's legs.
Just
something.
It's coming. It's coming up.
Someone's headlock
These guys have to hustle. We just have to work harder on the defensive end. We do that and we start to get stops. That means we can get out. We can run the basketball. Offense becomes easier. Everything in the game becomes easier from whatever you do on the defensive end. And we don't do that right now.
Turnovers are a massive problem too, though.
Gav, before we get
absolutely they are, but they change. So Hammo, they change though. The offensive turnovers change when we don't have to be in a structured, standard offense trying to run plays every single time because the opposition scored at the other end. If we're forcing missed shots and turnovers at our own end, we're out in open court. You don't get turnovers in open court.
Well, we hope not.
I just want to, for anyone that's listening on the audio and not actually watching it, Voida had a comment that you put up, Gav, that I really want to read out, because it made me piss myself laughing, but it still points to the defense. Exactly. A defense is so arsed that we constantly have to be engaged offensively because if we don't, the lead evaporates like pussy juice on an AZ summer's day. I mean, this guy is an absolute wordsmith. I fucking love you, John.
Fuck.
Anyway, rough week. We've all had a little chance to vent here. Now we can sort of straighten up and fly right. Who was your player of the week there, Boyd?
I don't have one.
This is a tough week for player of the week.
No, I'm not. First time ever. I'm so disgusted in this fucking team. And this is the fucking year that I started buying official fucking merchandise, motherfuckers.
Careful.
Spending fucking my money.
Did you say buying?
You
Or
bought me
Gavin
one,
started
but
buying for me?
I bought myself a couple as well, man. And but
Key
thank you
rings
for the
don't
money
count,
you got.
mate.
I've started pouring my money into this fucking team. And I was going to say it earlier. What really pisses me off is
Almost got
we've
me.
just
All three of us are laughing at you right now. It's hilarious.
we just fucking I think it was the fucking the Brooklyn game, and we just blew the big lead. I think we had in the third or in the second. We just blew it, and then we got fucking we come back down the other end of the court, and we draw a foul, and we're at the foul line. We're down fucking 6 or 8 points, but we've just blown like a fucking 12-point lead or something stupid like that. And I looked at fucking I think it was KD shooting him, and there was this smirk, this pompous fucking smirk, like this. Well, we're fucking King Dingaling, and then we went on to fucking lose. But I just keep on remembering that, and it really fucking annoys me. I wanted to say that earlier, but it's just that fucking cockiness, man. Like fuck you.
Yeah, I tried to. You've already said that, mate, and we've moved on to Player of the Week. So
Yeah.
I haven't got one.
do you want to
Give it to Azzy Bookie.
You've got no one. You've got no one. Okay, Hammo, who's your Player of the Week? He's the only one who
he's not my player of the week. No, look, it's got to be the Bosnian Beast, Nurk. One of the major concerns that I had when this fella became a member of our team was he's injury prone. He sits out games, this and that. You don't know if it's the environment that he was in. If he just was depressed or didn't want to play with these guys. He's the only starter on our team right now that's played all 24 games, if my numbers are correct. And he's balling out to. I absolutely love what Nurk's doing at the moment. A week or two ago, I was pretty set on Eubanks taking his spot. I'm glad that I've been proven wrong. So, yeah, definitely Nurk. 100% Nurk this week.
You guys all know that I love. You all know that I love me some Nurk, and I've been watching him very closely. And he is literally being everything DA was supposed to be. Look at his game against Golden State: 17 points, 13 boards, 7 assists. Yeah, the assists too. So 17, 13, and 7 against Golden State. You go against Brooklyn: 15 points, 22 boards, 3 assists. Against New York Knicks: 21 points, 12 boards, 2 assists. I mean, this is an all-round performance. I've still got my gripes with his defense that he never puts his hand up on a shooter. It fucking annoys me because he's doing everything else so well. But he gets my player of the week for sure.
He's
I am
killing it, dude.
I am absolutely with you as well. I gave it to Nurk last week. I'm going to back up and give it to Nurk again. He's in a really, really nice run of form at the moment. He was certainly our best player yesterday in the game against New York. I think he was pretty solid in against Brooklyn and pretty good against Golden State as well. So I am going to back up and give it to Nurk as well.
Yeah, good call, Gav.
So Nurk is our player of the week. Boyd, apologies that your vote for no one wins it. So we had finally
that by default is our first consensus player of the week outside of Booker.
I was just thinking the same thing. I think it's the first ever. Fuck.
I think you're right. I think I'm not sure whether it's the first ever, but I think certainly this season it's
definitely
our
this
first
season.
Consensus one.
Oh yeah,
outside of Booker because that's the obvious, right?
Yeah. So Nurk is our true point guard.
Yeah, point.
Let's start
point
calling. Let's start calling it what it is. Point
right
Nurk.
now. Loving point Nurk.
So Sean Marion was inducted into the Ring of Honor Yes, Suns Twitter was spiteful. Sean Marion was inducted into the Ring of Honor. Before we get into this, I've got a couple of questions for you guys. Number one, why the fuck did the Suns put the ceremony after the game? Does anybody know why that was the best choice? Was it
maybe
was it a
maybe we're
timing
supposed
thing?
to beat that fucking hapless team, and we just didn't. And so it's stupid now. But if
They
everyone
always
was on
do the
high,
Ring of Honor at halftime. They always do Ring of Honor at halftime.
is that the same thing though?
Hammo?
I was there for the Nash Ring of Honor halftime. Brilliant show.
Look, yes, I thought
Right
it was
before.
silly to have it at the end of the game. The only thing that I can think of, it had to do with the time frame with local television or something like that. That's it's the only logical reason that they put it so far towards the end
So
of the
Chris
show,
is saying
so to
it was
speak.
a national game, so that potentially
That
that
might-
could be
that might lead
that
into
might
the
be
time
the reason.
factor.
Not so much
We learned
because
something
I
live.
think if there's a national broadcast of a game, we can't have our
Nets
own.
fans don't want to care
Uh,
about fucking
Is that
Sean
right?
Marion
Something
being
like that?
put into the Ring of Honor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think it was more. I think if that's the case, which is really good, thanks, Chris. I've got a feeling that we don't get our own feed, and therefore they couldn't go live out locally potentially.
So,
maybe.
hello, different fucking game. Pick a different game.
Yeah,
Do it at halftime.
potentially.
Hell.
Number two,
Yeah. No,
Number two, why
definitely.
did the Suns players completely disrespect the day with fucking pathetic efforts? Boyd,
Because they don't give a fuck, Gavin. At the moment, they're fucking feeling themselves way too much, and they just don't fucking care on one side of the court. Anyway, and that's just it. What if they don't fucking care? They don't fucking care. They're not gonna give a fuck because there's a ceremony on after the game. This this hasn't just started in this next game. We've been building to this. We've played 24 fucking minutes in 25 games of our big three on the court together. It came up during the fucking ESPN broadcast.
yeah, it was
A
hurtful.
total of 24 minutes with our big three through 25 games on the court together. And fucking
Are we still talking about Sean Marion?
No, Joe, Boyd's gone back to what we were talking about at the start of the show again.
yeah.
See, my opinion of the
Hammo-
shit show that followed was the fact that I reckon the Suns might have remembered the fact that he was a big bitch when he left Phoenix, and that whole going to Dallas thing. Maybe that was just a fucking
Ouch.
pull the dick out, teabag the mouse thing like Boyd would do, and that was their way of doing it. I don't know.
Hammo, any thoughts?
Yeah, it was 100% down to the bad Thai food they had the night before.
And I'm
No,
the one that's
there's
been
no,
traveling.
there is literally no reason at all for that piss poor effort, man. There's just not.
All right, last question. Why did Suns fans who attended that game leave fucking early, knowing
yeah.
that there was a Sean Marion retirement presentation after the game? Boy,
We've got too many bandwagon fans nowadays, no doubt. And these cunts must have too much money. Because if I go to a game,
Easy.
these easy fucking nothing. We got record amounts of fucking bandwagon fans because of KD and Bradley Beal, more so KD. That's a fact. But in saying that, I don't know why they're leaving early, man. The cunts, like I said before, they must have too much fucking money. Because if I forked out this type of dough, you need to go to a fucking Suns game, I'd be staying there until security fucking made me leave the cunt. I'm not fucking going.
Boyd, that is exactly me and Gav. And every time me and Gav have been to a game, we were there waiting until they fucking removed us. We wanted to absorb every last second of it.
They're trying to
I'd
sweep
pick up-
under Gav's feet, and they're like, fuck off, 5 more minutes.
I'd
Just
pick
wait.
up a broom and fucking
I
pretend.
haven't
was
finished
part
my
of
beer
the
and
staff.
popcorn yet.
yeah. Well, I've seen our friend Mr. Voider get escorted almost out of the stadium live on a pod. And that's the way to do it. Stay there until the end. If you don't have to fucking leave the
Hell
footprint
yeah.
center, you stay in the footprint center.
Because there's a disco afterwards.
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. Pretty disappointing overall from that aspect, but it really was a great ceremony, right? I don't know who got to see it, but it was a really, really nice ceremony for our friend, the main man, Sean Marion. It was great to see Dirk Nowitzki was there. Some of the great teammates that he's had were in attendance. It was fantastic and really good to see. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We've all sort of sat back and said it's about time that Marion was in the Ring of Honor. Now he's there, and I hope that everybody did enjoy it. So we are now basically a quarter. Well, we're over a quarter of a way through the season now. Just wanted to get you guys, and I have got concerns written down, is what I told you guys. But
you did
Boyd's on a bit of Boyd's on a bit of a heater, so I might remove that piece and just go with what are your
easier? Just remove Boyd from that content.
What are your highlights so far in the season? 25 games in so far. What are your highlights?
Who are we talking to? You want to do a recap of the quarter season report where we actually stand?
Let's go. Yeah. Go, Nate. You kick it off for us.
So we're sitting 12th in the league for points per game at 115.4. We're sitting 20th in the league for rebounds at 43.6. We're sitting 11th in the league for assists per games at 26.2 and 17th in the league for offensive possessions. Our record at 13 and 12 is at 10th in the West. And if you want to compare that to two notable other Western contenders, Denver, who are sitting second in the West with a 17 and 9 record, sit 14th at point per game, 12th at rebounds per game, and second at assists per game. The Lakers, who are just ahead of us at 8th, but with a record of 15-11, 17th in points per game, 11th in rebounds per game, 8th in assists per games. So if you want to look at that, our numbers, not great, especially why are we that low in rebounding when we've got rebounders. We've got firepower there. There's no reason that our 2%ers shouldn't be winning that battle. And we've all praised Nurk, and we've had a lot to say about Eubanks. All that being said, we're still above 500. We're only, 2 wins and a loss away from 8th, being the Lakers. So we haven't, and we've all talked about it, we haven't seen our team yet. We haven't seen the big three for more than, what you said, 24 minutes all season, 4 minutes in one game. Our bench players, I know Steve pointed out in the chat there that our bench players don't even know when they're getting minutes. They don't know when they're on, when they're off. We haven't got the cohesion or rotation. So yes, there's obviously everything we spoke about, there's reasons for concern. But when you look at the end product, we are definitely not where we want to be. We did not have that fairy tale start that we all thought was going to happen. And Boyd, to your point, they're carrying on like we have had the fairy tale start, and they can carry on like that. So that's probably the concern. I've written down for the concern part that we just don't know who we are yet. You know, we haven't seen anything. We don't know who we are, and some bad behaviors have come out so far in that process.
You want to highlight? You're right in the fact that the highlight of this year is the fact that we're over 500. We shouldn't be, because we're fucking pathetic. We're first in blocks in the league at, I think, 6.6 blocks per game. That's a highlight.
That's mad when you got 47 turnovers a game.
Here's another highlight. We're fifth in the league in 3-point percentage, top 5, and we take the 24th most 3-point attempts. Fucking,
that's pretty crazy stuff.
That's fucking shit.
In the chat there, actually, I'm going to pull out. I can't even pronounce the. Okay, is it Daiquiri? Daiquiri? If you're my friend, I would call you Strawberry Daiquiri for sure. He's pointed out that the highlights are Nurk and Grayson Allen, and that is exactly what I've written down as the highlights. Nurk and Grayson Allen have absolutely been highlights for the new season so far.
For me personally, it's been the bench.
I know you. Yeah, keep going, Hammo. Roll it out.
Yeah, like we're expecting big things from our big three, and shit didn't work the way that it was supposed to. But our bench, certain parts of our bench, have supremely impressed me. Grayson Allen, even though he's been starting, Nurk as well, just like everything that I wasn't expecting has gone better. So yeah, there's a lot of exciting things to take away from the shit that's going on right now.
Boyd?
Well, when you logged out, Gav, I had my little rant. I posted some highlights.
Yeah, but I'm looking for highlights, mate. Like I know you're pissed off about yesterday's game, but you gave them? Yeah. I was listening, and all I could hear was you. All I could hear was you yelling.
No, it was one of those backhanded highlights where he said, "Oh, we're lucky we're above fucking 500."
No, I said we're the league in blocks per game, 6.6. We've got a plus 500 record. We're fifth in 3-point percentage, and taking
we're doing all right.
Nearly the least 3-pointers. That was the backhand
all right
part there.
Very lovely. So it's Dakar, but call him Straubs, Nate.
I love it.
I was going to say it's acre with a D in front of it, but yeah.
Straubs.
Look, we've had some absolutely fantastic Devin Booker moments already. He's missed a couple of games, but we've had some fantastic moments in the chat. Boyd, you and I, when we've caught up and chat, we've been excited about some of the stuff that Devin Booker can do, especially when he switches into Armani mode. So that's always a highlight for me. A highlight for me is being able to watch this guy play basketball for the Phoenix Suns. So he is absolutely unbelievable, and I really enjoy watching. Outside of that,
out onto our court in a Phoenix Suns uniform is brilliant.
Yeah, never wins, stayed around, and is just a pleasure to watch.
Probably wins.
9 seasons now.
Let's be fair, he probably wins.
Like, seriously, man, he could have gone anywhere and got that bag.
Yep,
but nah, he stayed true.
Keegan
to
Murray
colours,
has made 12 3-pointers through 3 quarters. Holy butt fucking shit. That's correct, Voida, because in my
he's on my fantasy.
In my fantasy team, Boyd, in the A, I have Keegan Murray and I benched him. So that's
how good you are at fantasy.
You just took it in the.
I thought I was terrible at fantasy.
Serious note, Gav. Serious note, and then I'll revert back to the meme that I'm on. You're right. We've been really, really excited about Devin Booker, about the efficiency of KD, and there are fucking things to look forward to, but we're just fans. We're not fucking Golden State guys. We're fucking just fans, and we're
not on the inside. Now the Suns Jam guys, the Voida and Lissy, they're now legit because they've got passes and shit. And sit in the media.
And to be fair, John's content is pretty fucking on point. Let's be fair. This is always a fucking shambles. This is always a fucking shambles. Their content is on point.
But with all that good stuff said, Gavin, we also said, let's give it fucking 10 games. Let's give it 15 games. Let's give it fucking 20 games. We have to fucking stop with that shit and start demanding some fucking playing basketball from these cunts.
Well, I think that's the point of Gav's segment being, let's do a quarter report. All right, let's look at it. And let's the time for excuses is now over.
It is.
Like you said, and I'm sure that's why Gav put this in here.
Yeah, I absolutely, I think we're at a point, and I've said it for most of the season on these podcasts, is I want to see us get through 24 or 25 games. And then I'll tell you where, from my perspective, that's where we're at. So that's kind of what this is. So lowlights. We'll leave Boyd for now because this could go forever after yesterday.
I got a list.
Yeah, all right. We know. I know you got a list.
Which is written down on a BMW parts pad, by the way.
Hammo, what's your lowlights of the season so far?
Look, low load, I'm just going to interpret as disappointment. For me personally, the way he's been playing at the moment is Utah. Utah wants an army. It hurts to watch him, dude. I don't know what the problem is. His offense has dropped. His defense has dropped.
He was meant to be our next Cam J, right? KD's guy.
He was meant to
he was
be
meant
our.
to be that guy.
He was
He's one of them
supposed
guys
to be.
that you look at.
Yeah. Keep going, Hammo.
No, when we signed him, and looking at the way he plays and his stats and so forth, he was going to be one of them guys that come off the bench like, why isn't this motherfucker in the starting five? Like the way he's playing.
His World Cup performance was certainly worthy of that.
Oh, hell yes, man. Hell yes. Had such high hopes for him. But no, he's just dropped off recently, man, and he's one of 3 people on trade block as far as I'm concerned.
So I think the big thing for me was with Utah, he was supposed to be a far improved Landry Shamet. I don't know about Cam Johnson levels, but certainly a far improved Landry Shamet. That's where I would have seen him.
I don't talk about the sham anymore, the sham wow, because he's the sham that didn't
why not?
drive the car. That was
why not? He's
anything
we've basically got Yuta Watanabe who's filling that exact role.
NBA?
Yeah, he plays for the Wizards.
Does he play?
We're gonna see him on the weekend. He's gonna drop a 40 piece on us.
Fuck me. Thanks, Gav.
Fuck, it wouldn't surprise me right now.
The Landry Shamet revenge game. Nate, lowlights.
Look, I'm not going to elaborate too much more. I'm not going to go dive into individuals. I kind of brought it up when I was doing my summary for the season, and I got with a quarter report when I introed. I summarized the lowlights as we wanted a fairy tale start, and we got the opposite. That's my summary of the lowlights, without trying to rile Boyd up again and make him teabag the camera live on fucking air.
I've got a couple of stats that might be considered.
All right, Boyd, let's go.
Are they on your BMW parts pad?
They are. Hey,
right.
And I think a couple of these might be the ones that you said earlier, Nate, but I can't remember them. Sorry, Nate.
That's okay, buddy. That's
24th okay. 24th in points allowed in the paint. We're 29th. We're better than one team in the league in offensive pace. Fucking God bless. We actually started off fairly moving the ball up the court fairly well when we were initially playing defense, and we're turning it over all the time. Remember, we were getting fucking 20-odd turnovers per game, and we slowed it right down. And we've gotten a little bit better with the turnovers. We're still the 8th best at doing fucking turnovers, but we're fucking a lot better than what we were.
Hang on. Are we the 8th best at performing turnovers, or are we at the 8th best for least turnovers?
At doing the turnovers.
Yes, that's okay, right.
Take the ball.
That's why you slid that into the lowlight category.
We're 20th in defensive rating. Guess where we are in field goals attempted in the league overall? We're 30th.
Well, we wouldn't be too high because we allow so many offensive rebounds that our opposition gets 4 shots every time they go down the fucking floor.
Yeah. We're 30th. We're last. Fucking last. The 25th in steals. We used to like last year, we were right up there in steals. It was fucking great. 25th this year to date in the quarterly report from Boyd Crawley. But we're first in blocks. I mean, fuck, come on. We're good. On to the next.
Yeah, for me, lowlights, and I go back to what we spoke about before. The lowlights for me is, well, I think Bossy's correct. I'm not sure our rotation's a lowlight. Our rotation is a product of health, and they've tried to do what they can.
Yeah,
Our
I agree with him.
consistency,
to a
yeah,
point.
that's worrying.
Yeah, rotations. We haven't
Playmaking.
seen a consistent rotation. Like, even if you're going to move someone up, the next person ready to go, nothing looks right. It just looks kind of fucking thrown together. It's like it
For
literally
me-
looks like Monty used to do. Like, whoever he's fucking sucking the
it's the
dip of that week,
last-
he throws him in.
For me, it's the last three: taking care of the ball, health, and rebounding. Now, one of the next rants that we'll probably go through is about the Bradley Beal thing. It's been bad, but anyone who is blaming Bradley Beal's body for this injury is just fucking wrong.
Oh no, fuck no.
Who's
All
All you have to
blaming?
do is watch
who's
the
blaming?
fucking ankle. Like, jeez.
I've seen it, boy. It's just that was
getting
really
loud,
really
getting
unfortunate.
voice level loud now. I'm going to have
So,
to sit back from the microphone.
Getting rowdy. Getting rowdy. But no, particularly defense and rebounding there is no effort there. There's not enough effort. Now, again, Boyd spoke about it earlier as well. These guys are acting like fucking billionaires at the moment when they shouldn't even be getting paid $50,000 a year. You need to put effort in at both ends of the floor. That's why people are called two-way players. You need to hustle on defense. This team is going to be effective when it hustles on defense and gets stops, because then we can get out in the open floor, which is the way we're going to play our best basketball. And at the moment, we get tiny little flashes of that, and it's not good enough. And we really need to pick that up.
At least we know Beal is going to be fresh for the end of the season, because he won't have many fucking miles under his belt, or kilometers, or fucking minutes under his belt. He's going to be fairly fresh. He's had plenty of time to fucking fucking work on his body and on the parts that aren't injured. But yeah, I mean, DiVincenzo got under him. There was nothing he could do. That ankle sprain looked bad at first, but I've rewatched it a few times while I was cursing at the fucking TV.
And cringing rewatching it. Oh.
It looks like it's sort of it twisted from the front of the foot forward, which is good, I think.
Gets worse every time.
But yeah, no, I don't think it's. I think it'll only be a couple of weeks. I don't think it's the 3 weeks that they're saying. I think he'll surprise us.
I'm with you on that one, Boyd. Minimum 2, but I reckon he'll have light minutes in the 3rd week.
If you twist it from right under your heel, underneath.
What did I say? 4 weeks.
The little knuckle bit.
Shit, 4 to 6, Hammo.
I thought Shams
4 to 6
was going to be 3 weeks.
A few weeks.
I think we're looking at I think we're looking at 2 to 3, and I heard something on Suns Jam. I think Boyd said it.
Don't listen to them cunts.
Don't listen to that rubbish.
I think that they're going to give if it's 2 weeks and he's okay, I think they'll tack on another week and say get right.
Probably, but I mean, here we go.
I'd like him to be back in 2 weeks. I'd like him to be back in 2 weeks because I'll fucking be there in 2 weeks on the home run. Bill, I need you playing.
God, 100%, dude. But like long term, man, we got to.
Short minutes out of the second unit. Fucking just do it. Put the fucking ego aside. Run him out of the second unit.
Bench. That's fine.
Run some low minutes. Fucking 12, 15 minutes. Fucking 1 week.
Points
smash
Beal
him
on
back
the
in.
second unit.
All right. So, last point for
yeah.
Week in Suns basketball. Now,
even Boyd has said the same thing I did about him.
I just saw it. Those guys are shitty as the Suns defense. Don't listen to that shit pod. All right. So, one of the major things that happened this week, is that a lot of the contracts around the NBA, now we're up to 81% of players throughout the NBA are eligible for trade. I did tweet something before the game yesterday to say, be a good friend to somebody and stop them from using the trade machine. It's just good for everyone's mental health.
That's great. Especially Suns
Hammo,
fans.
you said before that Utah's on the trade block. So I just need you. I need you to know that this isn't directed at you. This is just directed at everyone in general because trades become available. Oh,
Fucking
okay.
Hey, you said it. You said
Righto.
it very clearly last week, Gav. Though it doesn't matter. Everyone's on the fucking trade block, but we're not going to get anything of value for anybody that's on there. So it doesn't fucking matter.
This is all I was going to say. He just left.
Did he cut
This
out
is,
or did he
I
leave?
don't know. Well,
It
I
doesn't
don't
matter. We're
know.
live.
We'll
Just
see.
anyway.
We'll see whether he comes back. These minimum contract guys, there is nothing out there to get to replace them. What the fuck are we going? Honestly, the biggest piece that we have is Nasir Little and that Nasir Little contract. And potentially we can add a couple of minimum guys to that, maybe push that up to
What
a
is the value
contract
of that
that
contract?
is going to be, he's about 8 or 9
It's
million.
not as high as 9. Okay, I had 6 in my head, but I'm definitely wrong. That's
Maybe,
what I was
maybe it's 6 or 7. I'm just not sure. But what everyone wants to do is tack Nasir Little and 1, 2, 3 minimum contract guys, the guys that haven't been performing so far. They want to tackle them together and trade for some sort of miracle player to come in. Who are we bringing in? So, chat, give us who we're bringing in to trade for, that we're trading for these guys. Because I can tell you right now that every single thing I've fucking seen so far, people were putting out trades the other day for Nasir Little and 2 of our fucking minimum contracts for like Alex Caruso. Alex
it up to
Caruso
10.
has real draft pick value in the market. It's not going to happen.
Oh, fuck you, Voida. You're such a shitster. He just gets on this.
He's on
side
$6
when he's drunk.
He's
and
on
he's on his
$6
day
million,
off.
30 cent Aussie dollars. Who are we trading for? Just give me an idea of who we're trading for based on this value. Do either of you have a comment in that piece? And I've seen this one too. Straub's trade Bol to the Spurs for either. Bol's just going to get waived. The Spurs aren't trading shit for Bol. They're going to wait, and when he gets waived, they're going to sign him.
The Spurs. Oh, shit.
I'm happy to hear anything, Boyd. Any suggestions?
Look, let's just look at the rumor mill at the moment is PJ Tucker, and he'd be a fucking godsend right now. He could
We're not
put
bringing
up
back
more-
old Suns. That goes, and
No,
I love
no.
fucking Torrey Craig,
No.
and I'm just that's not happening.
That's a narrative that we went through fucking a few months ago, and stop getting all fucking Kelly Oubre. We're not fucking a few months ago now. We're now. But PJ Tucker, he could come in and give us fucking 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and so long as he instills a bit of cunt and mongrel into these fucking fucking bludgers, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to fucking give up a couple of our pieces and a fucking draft pick if he can come in and set the fucking the standard defensively that we need to be getting out of this team. If he can do something like that, he's worth every single fucking penny and every single little asset that we have to get him. Someone like that, of that ilk, is what we need. We don't need a fucking scorer. We need someone.
But we're not trading for PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker will get bought out, and then we have to be able to try and be in the mix to do that, and we're not. We're not in that mix.
Here's the thing. So since we last talked about the whole buyout thing, and I was saying that we can't really play in a buyout field. It's if it's the player is over the league average salary, which I think is around between 10 and 12 million, and PJ Tucker falls just under that. So we would be able to get him in a buyout situation. But if it's a higher value contract above the league average,
do we have the money for that? Because we don't have an MLE available to us.
No. We just if we the buyout situation. Do we? No, we don't have to give him.
We
his
don't-
fucking-
we don't-
give him a minimum. We just give him a minimum.
We have to give him a minimum. But if he gets bought out and claimed off waivers before that with a contract, we can't match that.
Yeah, if he's true. We can't do that. Hey, but
I want to ask a question.
I'm not. Again, we shouldn't be fucking thinking about this right now. It's let's wait till the trade deadline. I want to know what the date is. Hey, ask Voida in the chat. What's the date that we lose the ability to be able to aggregate players in a trade? Is that next season of being in the second apron? I thought it had already happened, but I didn't think that we could put two contracts together right now. But there's a lot of people talking about it who are smarter than I am. So maybe we can, but we're going to lose that ability. So we need to do something. If we are going to do something, it has to be before this trade deadline.
Let's speak for the sake of speaking. What's the name of our fucking group and our podcast?
Aussie
Suns
Suns Fans. Good point. Right. So we've established, thanks to the help of Steve and John, that the Nazir Little contract is worth $6 million. What about Paddy Mills? He's on a $6.8 million salary.
Yeah, no, well, he's an Aussie. I'd like him. He doesn't do anything for our team. He's pesky, but he's not effective.
He's not pesky. He's not pesky. He fixes none of the glaring issues that we have right now.
That's right.
None. Zero.
But
our biggest issue at the moment is what we do on the defensive end, our rebounding, and they're our issues. Bringing in someone who doesn't play defense and doesn't rebound and just shoots threes is look
he plays defense, not good defense.
No, he doesn't.
No,
thank you for being a voice of reason there, Boyd, even with your nutsack on everything.
I think, someone want to reach out to Hammo and get him back on here? No?
No, he's coming. His internet's playing up. He's coming back on.
Okay. Anywho.
So for me, I'd love to see Paddy Mills because he's an Aussie, right? So I'd love to see Paddy Mills come back on because he's. We
need an Aussie on the team.
Great.
Can we bring?
Tony
we're not getting
Allen
Dante Exum, am we?
Dante Exum might take in a fucking heartbeat.
Well, that's why I said we're not getting. He's finally having his best season.
we said I reckon this podcast over the off season went, why don't we go and get Dante Exum? And they fucking didn't.
He looked fucking great in the world championship. Yeah, the FIBA Cup.
Anyway.
Hammo, are you here?
Mate, I'm here. I'm
Here he is.
very, 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 very sorry. I don't know
Take
what
a
the fuck's
rocket
going
to
on.
Suns Planet.
Yeah, no,
That
we
must
don't
be,
need
that
to do
must
that.
be code for took a quick nap because you're up so early.
No, actually, my phone fucked up, so I slept through. I didn't pod this morning.
Oh, you
I
missed it.
It's
Just as well, old Mudguts here didn't get up fucking early to listen to you.
Fucking hell, man. busy, man. Got so much shit going on. But yeah, no, I said it for the wrong day. That's my fault. But yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm not big on the Paddy Mills thing. I just don't think it.
It was just a concept.
Anything.
Look at you. You asked the question: what's out there that our current roster could trade for? And you said the best piece was Nazir Little. We've established his contract $6 million. Okay, so who's out there at $6 million that their team won't want? Paddy Mills is definitely in a situation where they will not be sorry to let him go.
He needs to get the fuck out. It does help. It does help with the backup point guard situation. So it certainly does.
What do you mean backup point guard situation? We don't have one.
We do. His name's Jordan Goodwin. And then potentially some 3-point shooting and all of that sort of stuff. But it doesn't address
leadership.
Look,
leadership, man. This led the boomers.
I'm still Suns fans. From my perspective, get the fuck off the trade machine. Focus on the buyout market and what we can do there, because that is going to be where we can actually do something. I think waive bowl, bring someone in a buyout. There is a lot of good players that are going to be on minimum contracts, and like you said, Boyd, there's a PJ Tucker out there. Me personally, I'm not big on PJ Tucker. I don't want to see him again in a Suns uniform.
He is a fantastic individual. He is a great ball player, but I'm with you. This isn't about bringing back the old. This is about moving forward with something new.
And it's not about. And, I'd do it without even if he never wore a Suns jersey before in his entire career. I'd do it just because of what he brings to a team.
What does he bring now?
My very first trip to Phoenix, I met some Suns fans. And one of them said she was good friends with PJ Tucker. And then I ran into him at the Staples Center, outside the Staples Center. He was walking to the game in this weird-ass fucking green velvet suit. It was really a strange outfit. And I walked into him, and I managed to get this blurry-ass quick selfie. And I saw that girl again at a later game. And she's saying, I'm so glad you got to meet him. You have no idea how much of an awesome person this guy is. And I'm like,
I've got no problem with how awesome he is, but
what you don't want to bring him
value
back.
What value does PJ Tucker offer now?
Nothing.
He doesn't score anymore. People talk about
versus Yuta
people talk about his three-point. This dude goes.
You're right.
This dude goes 15 games without even scoring.
Yeah.
So's Bol.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't play either of them.
I just said it before, and I told you I don't care if he averages 0, as long as he brings some sort of a fucking culture, and is willing to fucking hold our players accountable for the way that they're applying some sort of effort on the court. He is renowned around the league for being that guy. He's been on Contenders, and he is not fucking afraid to bark at any superstar and pull him in the fucking line.
He's the second oldest player in the fucking league.
Yeah.
Is he?
He can
Who's the oldest at the
like
moment?
38
He's not older than
old.
Paul.
LeBron.
He's not older than Chris Paul.
LeBron's the oldest player in the league, I think.
Anyway.
Yeah, LeBron's the oldest. Chris Paul's the second, isn't he? He's not older than Chris Paul.
Hey, Boyder, fuck you. I score sometimes. Actually, no, that's pretty accurate. 15 days without scoring, that's pretty accurate.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
We've needed too long.
All right.
I just worked out who Dacre is. Love you, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Wordsmith. Yeah, he's on the Twitter or the X.
He's about 15 minutes away from me. Come around and have a drink right now, motherfucker.
I'm sure he'll be at the watch party in Sydney, which will happen in February. Woo!
Let's hope so. I'll take you.
This
come ride with me.
This week's games, we have Washington, 12 p.m. Monday, our time, Australian time for our US viewers and listeners. Portland, 2 p.m. Wednesday at Portland. So we're going out to visit DA, who came back today. And then the
didn't look that great either.
Main event. The main event. The Brisbane Watch Party. 12 p.m. Saturday. Well, actually, the game starts at 2 or 1 or 2 p.m.
I think it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in Queensland. Yep.
1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Brisbane time. The Brisbane Watch Party. The Suns take on the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento. And we're all going to get together, drink beers, and make sure that those fucking Kings do not light the beam. How do you see this week going?
That's going to be a beautiful game, dude. Honestly, the Kings are putting up some really cool, it's just good basketball to watch when you watch the Kings. You know what I mean? Yeah, look, it's going to be – I don't know how this week's going to roll out, man. I just don't. We didn't know how last week was going to roll out. You know, we all thought something and then it all fell apart. So, I don't know. But that Kings game, man, that is going to be an awesome game to watch. If you had to pick one game this week to watch that.
Record this week, Hammo?
1-2.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking shit, mate. Confident.
So we're playing two of the worst 3 teams in the NBA, and we're going to lose one of those. Who are we losing to?
Yep. We're going to lose to the Kings.
Okay, and the other loss? Washington or Portland?
Portland.
Righto. Boyd.
I'm just glad he said Portland, not Washington.
Okay.
Boyd.
We are going up against one of the worst teams that I've fucking seen in a long time, the Washington Wizards. Jordan Poole fucking circus.
Hold on. Wait. Before we go, everybody online, everybody listening, this, if any moment ever, the Boyd was going to predict a loss in the mindset he's in, it's going to be this week. Go, Boyd.
Could be this week.
So, Washington game is going to be where we get out there and we play a team currently playing worse than us. and we're going to fucking towel them.
Hey, they're on a one-game winning streak.
We're on a one-game winning streak. And then we're going to get that.
No, they are. Not us.
They are. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're only about 23 in front of Detroit. But
we're going to get a little bit of confidence from that win. And then we're going to go and hand it to fucking the hapless Portland Trailblazers. Then it's just going to be like we can do anything. And then the Kings is going to be a revenge game for them fucking getting us last time. And we're going to go 3-0. I'm still sticking with it. I can't on Suns Watch Party Brisbane week pick a loss. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it.
of course you can't. That King game's going to be tough, man.
It will be tough. We're a fucking good team.
So are we.
We're fucking tough.
Hell yeah, they
we
are.
should be able to beat most teams with one of our fucking stars and the supporting cast that we have.
We used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're
used
not
to fucking
healthy.
Nate.
We're not 100%.
Nate, what's your prediction for this week, Nate?
Well, my first prediction is a shout out to Mr. Duarte, sponsored by Buffalo Trace. Second of all,
It's not really a prediction. It's a shout out.
First instinct.
That's an awesome
was
prediction,
2-1.
though. He's going to have some Buffalo Trace.
First instinct was 2-1, and then I looked at the games individually. I went, "Why the fuck am I predicting a loss against SAC?" It's a watch party win. We are going to rally these motherfuckers from abroad, and they are going to pull home a fucking W because I'm sick of seeing them fucking lose. So I'm going full Boyd, 3 Ws.
Yes.
I love it. I am also going with 3 wins this week.
Good on him.
We're not losing to Washington or Portland. We're not losing to Washington or Portland. Let's be honest. They're fucking
But
terrible.
we're losing to SAC.
And
all the inspiration in the world to win in Portland, because it is an away game, is there. And DA is
our guys do actually like traveling on the road.
It's
outside of that, the watch party, as Nate said, the Brisbane watch party is going to inspire a victory in Sacramento to shut down the beat.
Can you message Suns Marketing, get them to give a message to the gorilla in sign language so he can communicate to the Suns team, hey, the Aussies are behind you? Just text it through now.
Yes, I can. Let's roll into the stock market because we're punching a bit of time here.
Yeah.
Let's.
Fucking weird choices this week too, bro. I got to say.
Well, I've added one because you guys know I like to throw a random in there. Number 1, and Nate, of course, we're going to start with you.
I was going to say, do you want to lead this off?
Kevin Wayne Durant.
Yeah, so look, my responses to your selections
killer.
this week are going to be pretty ordinary because everything you've selected is an ordinary stock assessment. So KD, I mean, it's a sideways. He hasn't gone down. He hasn't gone up. Some people are pissy at him because he hasn't been in their books doing what KD should do, hitting what he should hit. But his performance, his contribution, it's sideways. He's doing what we expect of him. So it's a hold for me on those stocks. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I've got him going down purely based on
you really are pissy. Oh,
his his stocks are going down purely because of his stature in this league is of a superstar that should be able to fucking pull these games out for us, and he's not fucking doing it. And he's fucking I think that last game he didn't shoot it very well at all. He hit it like a little purple patch and hit a few threes in a row, but apart from that, man, it was clanging more than he usually does. Anyway, his stocks are down, and I'm going to buy because I just don't see it happening again because we're fucking getting our shit together against Washington. So I'm going to buy at this.
How far down are his stocks? So are they down like a little bit, or are they down like a lot? Because you're buying in. If you're buying down and stocks are only down 5%, you're a dick.
No, I reckon they're down a lot. You look at Suns Twitter, they're driving them down. The Suns are getting fucking hammered on social media. So I'm just gonna.
So Suns Twitter is now your Renee Rifkin.
It's my barometer for the stock market.
Hammo.
I'm going to supersede your barometer and go with a flu guard. I don't think his stocks are down. You know, Amanda Flugard, or whatever her name is, courtside reporter for the Suns.
Yeah, Flugard.
Look, I don't think his stocks are down. I don't think they're up. I think it's just normal basketball player ups and downs. So they're even, they're holding, and so am I.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think you're right, Boyd. He had a couple of rough shooting nights, but ultimately he still ended up with pretty decent shooting nights on both of those.
Looks good.
Box score looks okay.
Box score looks good. You're just having a fucking tampon change moment.
No. It's the expectation.
Yes, you are.
Of this guy.
You did not pull it out before you started this pod. It's still in there. It's jammed up. It's swelling. And your response is a result of that.
I am, but his stocks are going to hold, and I'm kind of. I did throw this. I tossed this one up because I don't think his stocks are anywhere near where they're going to get to. I am still supremely confident that this team turns it around, and when they do, it is going to be really, really worrisome for everybody else in the NBA, and Kevin Durant's going to run amok. So I've tossed this one up all the way down, all the way down till now. I decided not to make a decision till now. I'm going to buy some Kevin Durant stock because I think that where he sits right now, it's worth buying because this is as healthy as we've seen Kevin Durant. Knock on wood. This is as healthy as we've seen him, and I think we're going to see some really, really good shit from Kevin Durant coming forward.
We're talking
number two,
blue chip stock purchase, not a cryptocurrency stock purchase.
I'm going all blue chip here with Kevin Durant.
Number two.
Shemezi Metu, Nate.
Look, I mean, he saw some minutes. He looked good in those minutes. I've got him as a diagonal line, so it's not flat. He got some minutes, so it has to be up. He did something in those minutes, and everyone fucking shit the bed and started talking about praising Metu. So obviously his stocks are in an upward direction. I'm not going to put a direct up arrow. I've got it going kind of like just like a percentile, like 15%. But look, it's a quick bump. There's no steady rotational change. There's no reason to expect that this is going to be an ongoing thing where the minutes increase, his performance keeps increasing, and he adds more to the team anytime now. So, I mean, I don't own any stock in Meadow anyway. You guys might have been on him. I know you were, Gav, but I've always had him at the bottom of those three pieces for a starting five position, and I didn't own any stock. I got nothing to sell, and I'm not interested in buying any, regardless of his stock position that might have gone up with his 4 or 8 minutes of gameplay.
Boyd.
One of the few guys that I'll say aren't down. Just level, not buying any. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I'm not fucking. That's on straight on the Hammo. Level and not buying, not moving, not selling.
Hey, mate.
I'm 100%. I'm loving Metu right now, dude. I am buying as much stock in him as I can.
Make it book.
He, everything you guys have said is correct. We haven't seen enough minutes, so forth. No, I'm
When you're
loving
going
what
to.
I'm seeing from Metu. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Metu, man. So let's go on the Metu train. The
Yeah,
Metu
you can call him
movement.
Meadow. It wouldn't be an Aussie fucking edition of something if you didn't
Meadow.
just add an O to it.
Yeah, it's
Meadow.
Aussie.
Yeah, gotta add
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Old mate.
I'm disappointed.
Chimsy Meadow.
I am
Meadow.
disappointed in both Nate and Boyd.
Eat a dick.
This
I don't
dude this
care.
week, he moved into the starting lineup. How the fuck can you say his stock's not up? It went up.
I didn't.
He moved into
I
the
said it
starting
was on a
lineup.
marginal gradient.
He performed well twice. Yesterday, not so
Well.
much, but neither did anyone else. But I am
Everyone
not
else-
buying.
When everyone else is
Because-
playing,
Lord.
Because-
snap.
Say it, Boyd. Say it. It needs to be said.
when everyone else
Go on,
is a
Boyd, say it.
flaming fucking bag of shit, it's not hard to fucking look good.
Thank you.
Ultimately.
He didn't look good in yesterday's game.
When you're
So
surrounded
you're,
by turkeys,
again,
it's hard to score like an eagle.
again directly contradicted my point there, Boyd. You fucking tool bag. He stocks up because he moved into the starting lineup. He performed really well in the first two games this week against Brooklyn and Golden State. He was shit house yesterday, so he stocks up. But I bought so much Chimezi Metu stock that I'm just more than willing to sell some of it off. Because
You may as well now. You're not going to make any money on it later.
I still believe that he's now probably heading towards the peak value of Chimezi Metu. And as this team settles in,
$1.04
his
on a dollar
value
share.
probably not going to be there. I have pretty much 90% of the Mezu stock anyway, let's be honest.
On this
Who's-
pod,
I
yeah.
called him a starter at the start of the year. So fuck all of you. Nobody else fucking jumped on board. Me and
Who's
Jay
next?
Joyce from He's on Fire.
Still not.
Love you, Jay. We did it. But I'm going to sell some of that off because I can make a tidy little profit. And
it's up
I think it's probably going to drop off. What was that, Nate?
Depends what you bought it at, though, brother. Like you bought it when optimism was high.
I bought
You
it
played
We're
the
gonna be
game and
very, very low.
we had no idea who was going to play the 5 role. So you bought
I
higher than
bought
reckon
it
you're
very
selling
low
right now.
when Josh Okogie and KBD were in the fucking starting lineup. I just jumped all over the Metu train. And
Okay,
bought
so
it.
on comparison, how many games have KBD and Okogie started versus Metu?
5.
Well, I'd say
5 for
22
KBD
versus
and
3.
16 for.
You're spot on, Voida.
Metu started 3. Metu started 3, so they've started the other 22. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Fuck you, Steve. I was not. And Voida's in the chat here right now, and he can attest to the fact. Yeah, I know it's a weak.
It's the weakest
and
victory
it is,
ever.
It's kind of embarrassing, but still, I'm going to take the wins when they come. So will the Suns right now. By the way,
Anything would be nice.
based on the fact that this team is performing so poorly, is what gives us our next stock option.
Really? How?
Because I think that based on the fact that Suns Twitter is burning to the ground, they need something new into the lineup. Therefore, I think it impacts the overall stock price. So, Nate, Damian Lee.
Well, based on your description that's there and what I said to you earlier about is it a cryptocurrency stock or a blue chip, I'm going to call this a very quick blipping fucking cryptocurrency stock. We haven't seen him all fucking year. No one's bought any stock on him. We have no idea what he looks like. Can he still play basketball? It's been a while. I mean, I've got him lateral and down. And if you want to take the view that it's not a blue chip, it's a because blue chip is not year after year. This is a crypto stock. Mate, if you want to buy something, then sell a week later just on Suns Twitter, hoping for a big flashy dick to come out of the pan and get us 3 points in another loss. Sure, no worries. Buy it and dump it again in a week. But I am not buying. I've got nothing to sell. I'm just going to sit there and see if he plays the game this season.
Level, and I'm not buying, I'm not selling.
Did you have any to sell?
I don't know. I don't know why we're fucking talking about Damian Lee, though. Fuck. What are you doing? Fuck me.
I think Gavin actually prefaced it pretty
Hammo.
well. Suns Twitter is shitting the bed, and this is the last piece of opportunity.
There
on
is
the board,
there
on the
is
deck
a
we haven't
reason
seen.
for it. There is a reason for it.
Look,
Hammo.
Sun social media does what it does. Yeah, no, look, I'd be trading Damon Lee. I don't see why we need him right now. Just don't.
I love that
He's one
Suns
of
fever
three people
analogy.
on the trade block. Him, Yuta, and someone else.
You're
Well,
so
Nazir,
lucky
we've
you missed
established
the
it's
fucking
Nazir.
trade talk. You're so lucky you missed the trade talk.
Oh, that's right. You were gone.
Damian-
Yeah, we covered that. Yeah.
Damian Lee look, he's level. Let's be honest. There's not much. I threw this in there
You can't get lower.
exactly and precise. Well, he can. Let's look at Bol. Penny stocks.
At least he's seen a minute.
He is where he is, but I know that everybody in Sunsland would orgasm when Damian Lee comes back because he's going to add some 3-point shooting, which is, Boyd, where are we for 3-pointer percentage in the league?
The fifth.
Fifth. Where are we defensively?
What, with Damian Lee?
No, just in general. 20th?
20th.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Damian Lee ain't fixing shit. This is like trading for Patty Mills. He ain't fixing shit. He's going to
I'd
come in
rather
and
see
hit some
Patty
threes.
Mills walking out onto the court.
Maybe he can come in. Maybe he can come in and hit some threes that Yuta Watanabe can't hit, which would be fantastic. But our fix needs to be on the defensive end. So Damian Lee is flat, and I am not going to buy until I know that he's
Up in the penny.
close.
Sell
Okay,
the
so-
fuck out of that shit, man.
All right. So is there any
Last
more?
one.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this is an
Jesus
add-in.
Christ, you impatient
This
prick.
was not on the list.
This is an add-in. This is not on the list, and it's one we haven't done before. But I'm
Let's go.
really interested.
I love those.
I'm really interested to see where you guys are at.
Sorry, we're talking about
Frank
basketball.
Vogel.
Ooh.
Nate.
Dude, fucking
Frank Vogel.
Look, I'm going to say it's a flat stock with a caveat that it's about to drop off if something doesn't change. What I was talking about before is the performance of, like, I actually have not questioned his coaching throughout the entire season until this week. I'm like, okay, so what is it then? Like, we always cast the coach under the truck pretty quickly. But at this point where we've all stood there and go, there's a lot of fucking ISO ball, there's a lot of fucking player decision making. At what point do you look at the coach and go, maybe this is your fault? I'm not going to say it's down yet because it's the first time I've asked myself the question, but I am going to look at the stock. Like, if something doesn't change next week, it is going to drop off. I might actually buy some stock. I'm not going to buy a lot. I'm going to buy a little. This is one of those things where I'm like, right now, I'm pretty confident it's steady. I don't think it's going to jump up real quick, but if we don't win these ones next week, it will drop. If we win these ones next week, which I think we absolutely fucking have to, I think the stock corrects. We've got a better. I'm just going to buy a little. I'm not going to buy a lot. I'm just going to have some. I'm going to have some skin in the game on Vogel.
Okay.
Boyd.
I think they're fucking down because he's not fucking the defense that we're playing and what he is renowned for around the league is not. It's not carrying over. I think his stocks are fucking well and truly down. But I also, again, I said it earlier, there was a little patch with the Lakers when they took it out in the bubble where they had a shit of a fucking run, and he figured it out. I think he will. So I'm going to buy while they're plummeting because we're fucked. I'm going to buy and then and hope to sell later on when it's fucking skyrocketed and he's got another chip.
Hammo.
Straub's made a good point there too.
Yeah, he might be on next week's
week.
stock
awesome.
market. But I actually considered throwing him on as well, but didn't want to overkill. Hammo, Vogel, up, down, hold, sell.
Look, the majority of people that are going to look from the outside in are saying his stock's down. I'm going to go with that as well, but I'm going to be buying a shitload of his stock too, man, because this isn't a guy that just lets shit be. You know what I mean? He's going to work it out. Defensive woes, so forth. He's going to get there. So, yeah, his stocks are down, but I'm buying as much as I can.
Oh, now Justin comes to the fucking party.
Thank you, Justin.
I'm
First
with
time he's ever
Hammo and
Boyd
Boyd.
said something right. Fuck.
I think that his stock is down where it sits right now, but ultimately, this team will correct, and his stock is going to absolutely go through the fucking roof. So load up now on Vogel stock because that's where we're headed. Simple. Gentlemen, I've made a little bit of adjustment to the mailbag.
Oh, good, because this is my area where I can go take a piss while Boyd does all the talking.
Not now. You can't.
Oh man,
it's now the Aussie mailbag, so all of us can answer if the question is directed to all of us. But there is questions directed to certain individuals, so you need to be ready. And remember, this is quick fire. You need to answer, and we move on.
fine.
It's not a 20-minute explanation on your answer. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
This one is for everyone. Our first question came from Espo from the PHNX pod.
Okay. He actually gave us a question.
Yes. Was Jock Landale actually my friend or just professionally using me?
No, he's
Professionally
Australian.
using you.
We are so fucking genuine. No. Jock's an Aussie. Jock is genuine. Esper, he was your friend.
Boyd.
I think he was just using.
Fuck off.
Using him for his good looks and his big cock, for sure.
Well, mate, everyone needs a good wingman. Esper be a great wingman.
Dude, if you've got to ask a question, then obviously they don't talk anymore. So, yeah, no, he was using the fuck out of you, Esper.
Fuck off. Man, you guys always
No.
on Jock. You're the only fucking remaining
Esper.
Jock lover here. I almost wore
Esper.
his fucking Boomers jersey on this pod today.
We're in a
Just-
job
this was
jersey,
not
dude.
quick fire.
Come on.
This was not quick fire. No, Espo, he genuinely, we're Aussies. He genuinely liked you. He probably doesn't like you anymore,
Fuck Jock
but he
Landale.
genuinely liked you at the time. Nate, question from Voider.
But to me,
Yes.
here we go.
When the actual fuck will the Suns play what some call actual defense?
This is a good question because I can't answer it either. I haven't said much about the defense, and you guys have literally pointed out a whole bunch where I just keep looking at Okogie versus Goodwin and forgetting about how shit the rest of the team looks. Nurk needs to put a fucking hand up. First point. Put a fucking hand up, and the rest of the cunts need to give a shit. So
Okay,
how long did that take? Piece of string, right? Piece of string.
What you guys don't understand is this is quick fire.
Quick fire.
That took fucking
And
15 seconds.
That was fucking terrible.
I'll eat a dick.
Boyd,
One as long as a piece of
Yes.
string. Figure that one out.
Boyd,
Yes, Gavin.
is TJ McConnell the solution from Fallen Founder?
No, he fucking isn't.
Hammo, from Fallen Founder. Why does Bol Bol exist?
Because he's a fucking genius with his size, mate. It's all there is to it. He's there for one reason, his size.
Nate, where are you?
Going for that piss. He thought he was
Yeah,
done.
he's gone for that toilet break.
Justin is correct. Nate doesn't take constructive
He's
criticism.
cut and run. He's like,
Oh,
fuck you.
I'll come back to that question. Boyd, why do you think the Suns actively tried to dishonour Sean Marion's retirement night?
Why do I think they actively try to dishonour? Because they're shit cunts, and they're feeling themselves way too much. They're cocky brats right now.
You know what?
Not
I
for long.
normally
Hammo.
don't agree
Not
with
for long.
Oh, no,
Boyd's
wait,
sort of
Nate's back.
takes, but I think he's right on that.
Sorry, gents. I was busting a valve and I'd already muted my microphone, so I couldn't talk to you from the dunny.
Yeah, well, Nate doesn't
The
take
Dunny.
criticism.
Fuck yeah.
Nate, who's the best defender on the team? If it's Jordan Goodwin, are we pretty much fucked?
It is not Jordan Goodwin. Yes, if it is, we're fucked. I'm still going with KD.
Why would... Oh, no, I'm not going to start that.
No, you can't. You're not allowed
That was
to.
quick fire. I didn't have a chance to think.
Quick
That was
fire.
my
Yeah,
first
no,
one.
Well
no,
answered.
no, that's
Hammo.
fine.
Hammo. Why is Yuta a worthless piece of shit? From
It's not
Voida?
a worthless piece of shit, but the way he flails around on defense, like one of them wavy inflatable tube men, and the way he's been shooting lately.
Inflatable
fucking-
tube man is a great description, by the way.
Just like this dude, honestly. He flails
At least he
everywhere,
put his
man.
hands up. Nurk could take a
Every
lesson.
time
That's
he
right.
puts his hands up, it looks like it's going to be called for a fucking flop. It's
Fuck
a
up,
joke.
Jay.
That is
No.
fantastic.
But
Last question for all three of you. All right, quick fire, Hammo. Last question for all three of you. We'll start with Nate. Would we wind the... This is from Straubs, by the way. Would we wind the clock back? Would we wind the clock back and keep McCall and Cam?
No.
Boyd,
No,
Hammo,
undetermined.
Nice and decisive.
Gavin, what's your answer?
no. And
Good.
it's quick fire, so I'm going to stop right now. Because I think that we can
That's why I
maybe
said
make that a
undetermined.
topic. We can make that a topic for another show. Gents, who am I? Are you ready?
Ready?
You're Gavin Spore.
Correct, Hammo. 5 points for you.
I've got luck.
Fuck yes. Let's go.
Who am I? Just a reminder for those here. It is our three main podcasters plus the chat. It is, if you answer incorrectly,
every week we work
you are
on trust.
disqualified until the end. We work on trust. No Googling. None of that shit. At the moment, the chat / special guests are winning by like a lot. Like they're
Fuck those
really.
guys.
First
It's good.
question, Gavin. Let's go.
But it was great. It was great. The boy had a win last week. Question one. I am
The violence.
I am a 3-time NBA All-Star as a member of the Phoenix Suns. Yes, Hammo.
That's a long
Steve
list.
Nash.
Incorrect. You are disqualified till the end of round 2.
Fuck this game.
Nobody else? Nobody else? Nobody else? The chat is now disqualified thanks to Midge because that is incorrect. Sean Marion was the answer last week. You're a week late. So the chat is disqualified until the end of round 2. Question 2 for 4 points. In my rookie year, I averaged 13.8 points per game on my way to the NBA All-Rookie team. Nate or Boyd, would you like to have a go?
Nope.
I have two names, and I don't want to interject just yet.
Hammo, do you want to have a go?
No, I'm out, man. It's all good.
Chat? No. Chat had a go. Michael Finley is incorrect. You are now disqualified until the end of round 3 for 3 points.
I'm all stuff.
I am the 4th youngest player to reach 1,000 points behind LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Kevin Durant.
Kendall Marshall.
Incorrect, Hammo. You are now disqualified till the end of round 4.
Does he block
What
us out
do
as
you
well?
want to have a go?
I mean, look, I got two names now. I'll just throw it out there, Barkley.
Incorrect. You are disqualified to the end of round 4. Boyd, you don't want to have a go?
Nope.
Boyd, the chat has answered correctly, so I'd have a guess if I was you, and don't look at the chat.
Well, Joe Johnson then.
Incorrect. It is
Oh,
Devin Armani Booker.
Lovely. Lovely. All right, guys. I'll be back
Congratulations, Boyd. You've picked up 3 points for the chat /
I think Boyd
Special
is
guest.
actually leading the scoring.
he is now because I didn't get his points for the
Yeah,
episode.
Boyd is dominating. The last 2 questions were, I had a career high for points on the parquet floor in Boston Gardens.
Oh, that
And-
was the giveaway.
And
71.
several Suns fans consider me already to be the greatest Phoenix Sun of all time. Hey,
Correct.
gents,
Yeah, do it. Do it.
important question.
I would kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
So, Homer, please feel free to tell us anything.
Hammo, who do you want to have a beer with this week?
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting to go first. Look, for
It's only because Boyd disappeared.
No, that's fine. I'm not going to make a big thing out of this, but for anyone who's seen the Facebook post I put up earlier this week, it's going to be the last time I'm going to be on it. Aussie Suns Fans for a while. Just going to be super busy with ASAP and PSF. So I just want to have a beer with all you guys. Everyone over the last 4 to 5 years that we've been doing this, man. I've made some friends for life, 100%. You know, down at the watch party there, having a beer with you, Nate, was one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced in my life. It really was.
And we were both still kept in our pants too. Lovely.
Yeah. But yeah, no, guys, just absolutely love everything that's going on here. Absolutely love every single one of the Aussie Suns fans and the fans that I've met here and abroad through this venture. So yeah, every Suns fan in the world I want to have a beer with.
Nate, who do you want to have a beer with?
Mick motherfucking Daly. He's one of my close mates back in Brizzy. He's I'm going to stay with him when I go back. He's an absolute fucking champion. He's coming to the watch party, and the extension of that is you, Gav, you, Boyd, wherever the fuck you went, and everyone that's going to show up at the Brisbane watch party as well. I am super looking forward to it. Not much more I can add. So I won't.
Lovely. Boyd, who do you want to have a beer with?
I want to have a beer with someone from the group that's coming to the watch party. Big Platty. Because he's of our Suns fantasy. He's actually the the commissioner. And I want to be dodgy and I want to get some
Josh Platt.
Platty. Big Platt.
Josh Platt. All right.
Yeah. I want to have a beer.
He was at our last one.
Whatever
He was
it
at
is.
our last catch up. Good dude.
But now
Good dude.
I have an ulterior motive.
Not when I was there.
I want to
Hey, Brisbane watch party.
I want to do some dodgy
Brisbane, yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, gotcha.
Platt dog.
That dog.
What's the ulterior motive?
I think I've had one too many of
Well, he's
these.
the commissioner of our fantasy league, and I want to do something dodgy.
Of course, you want to do something dodgy.
One thing you constantly bank on, guys, is the Aussies being honest. Nate just then. That's fucking beautiful. You've had too many.
For me,
One.
we have a watch party coming up. So this one's obvious. I want to have a beer with everyone who is coming to the Brisbane watch party. I cannot wait. Come up, say hello. Let's have a beer together. Cheers, whatever. And as we watch the Phoenix Suns stop the Sacramento Kings from lighting the beam from 12 p.m. on Saturday, 23rd of December at the Sporting Club in Chermside. Get along. Let's have a beer.
I want to extend an invite to everyone in Brisbane beyond that, including you, Boyd. At, I know, like 5:30 onwards, me, Gav, and Mick are going to Albion Park Trots. I'm still on the board of directors there. I need to get to a game. I have a race. I haven't been to a race meeting in fucking 6 months. So I want to get to another one. Anybody that wants to move on after the game, after a few drinks, and go to the track, come with us. Albion Park Trots. It's directly opposite the Breakfast Creek Hotel. Go watch some horse racing. Real horse racing, harness racing. I know that's going to piss some people off.
That's not real racing. But anyway, anyone who is coming to Brisbane, you should come because Nate's a director. So we can basically walk in there and do whatever the fuck we want. If we want to burn shit down, we can. I
don't know about that. If you're going to burn shit down, I'll get us a private room.
Oh, man. Okay. Jesus.
I'll get one of the rooms.
Either way, come and cause trouble afterwards. Hey, gents.
Time for the flog of the week. And trust me, they are ugly. Very unattractive. Google their face when you're done here.
Hammo, who's your flog of the week?
Look, everything being up and down and a little bit finite. It's going to be myself.
Oh, shite.
I'm my
Did not see you going with this.
Look, I try my best to bring everyone the most informative and entertaining Suns content possible, but I've dipped a little bit lately. So I'm calling myself the flog of the week because I completely skipped on a recap last week and wrote an absolute dog shit piece about the Nets game. So yeah, I'm the flog of the week, and yeah.
Well, Hammo, I will commend your humility there, friend, because writing those pieces and trying to get them out onto public forums, you really do expose everything. So well done for some humility on that one. I still don't think you're the total flog. And
no. But
I thought you were going to go flog of the week because you're disappearing for a couple of months. But
I'm disappearing. I'm just fucking too busy. But I see, like, especially Midge in the chat here, man. Just hit me up on socials, dude. I don't know who you are, to be honest. Like, I see you in the chat, but just DM me, dude. We'll still keep talking. But yeah, no, it's full on everything that's going on. I'm not living up to my end of the bargain, so I'm a fucking flog, Australia. And the Suns world.
Floggity flog. Surf flog. Surf flog of the week.
Surf flog, yes, sir.
Motherfucker, how did you see flog happening in your books? Because I reckon that you, me, and Gav are probably going to have one of two people as the finalists, and it's not going to be Hammo.
Before you do go there, Boyd.
Yeah.
Hammo, that was fucking shit. You having a crack and writing articles does not make you a fucking flog, man.
I don't know.
No. I'm just not on top of this as much as what I need to be. That's all. But thank
you. On. Fucking way too harsh on yourself. That was ridiculous. Go, Boyd.
My flog of the week is Draymond Green and all of his enablers and fucking.
You went that side of the fence.
People trying to mollycoddle him, saying he needs help. He needs professional help. He's hurting inside. He's lashing out because he got fucking smacked as a child. Like, fuck off, man. The guy, he's a fucking try hard wannabe fucking tough guy, and he's lashing out because his skill He lacks skill. Father Time is getting the better of him, and he's just fucking. He's just being a fucking thug, and he's trying to fucking take cunts out. It's as simple as that. He needs to fucking go. He's a fucking flog.
Can we expand on this? Because there's so many interesting points.
Yes, I did say I wanted to expand on this earlier. So let's do that, even though we're nearly 2 hours into this shit. Nate, I'll let you go first.
I absolutely agree with everything you said, except for the part where he's the flog of the week. I really enjoy watching him on a basketball court. I agree with you about all the other fucking people making excuses for him. You, me, fucking Gav, you all know we get on a fucking basketball court, we get cranky ass fucking shits. We get a bee in our bonnet and we go after people and we do that. That's what being fucking male
I've been suspended
in sport
for a total of 222 weeks.
That's what being fucking male in sport is. So I fully support your argument for all these model coddling fucking soft cocks talking it up. As for just being a thug, he is actually decent at basketball.
Hey, we go out and do that shit, but we pay registration to play the fucking game. We have to buy.
We pay registration for insurance.
We're out of pocket big time for the right to go out and fucking take someone's knees out or whatever the fuck it is. Now, he's getting paid fucking $20-30 million a year.
No, not quite. He's still the lowest, isn't he? Like the lowest paid Warriors starting five.
Oh hell no! He just signed an extension for over 100 million.
He did. He did sign the extension.
Yeah, no, he's nowhere near the lowest. So my point here is right. On the court is Draymond Green an absolute fucking tool bag? Yes, he is. He does dumb shit on the court. And particularly this season, he's done some dumb shit. Now, this dude is suspended indefinitely right now for a roundhouse at Nurk, which was shit. No problem. He should be suspended indefinitely. Absolutely. But there's one thing I will say about Draymond Green. He's not on Instagram fucking throwing guns around. He's not punching up his missus and kid and throwing fucking bricks at their car. He's not accused of fucking sexual assault. He's not accused of fucking anything. The dude gets on the court and he's got white line fever. He does dumb shit. But I'm telling you right now that Miles Bridges is allowed to play fucking basketball. Ja Morant's going to be back in fucking 3 days.
Draymond Green also doesn't fucking murder people either. He's not a fucking terrorist.
He doesn't murder people. He doesn't do dumb shit.
Good on him. He doesn't kill people. Well, we can't just grab fucking up here and fucking apply it to something down here.
No,
Let's look at the last two men this guy bitch slapped. Hang on,
you're getting my point wrong, dude.
He went open, slapped a guy fucking 6 inches taller than him in Nurk. The last guy
getting my point wrong.
Out a guy 7'1". This guy has gone after he went after the fucking Domantas Sabonis and stopped on him. This guy goes after bigger guys. That's something we can all respect.
Now,
no one's hit me.
But and I'm sure some others are probably getting my point wrong because I've had a few beers now. Yes, what he does is dumb as dog shit. And he deserves to be suspended. But the comparison is that he needs to go and get counseling and shit for this. In comparison,
rubbish.
In comparison to people that are doing fucking like the most insane shit off the. Send them to counseling. Go to Draymond and go, hey, can't stop punching people in the face.
You don't need counseling for that. Hey, I teach my fucking children, and I've got one I'm just teaching him now. He's 3 years fucking old, and he now knows you can't fucking hit people.
Can he fly?
And he's fucking 3 years old. Draymond Green does it on a court where he's paid professionally. And I
guarantee that your kid will still hit people because he's only 3. He's got 5 years of hitting people still.
I think you missed the point there, Gav.
At least a year and a half of fighting people.
It's Crawley bloodline. Of course he's going to hit somebody.
Hammo, who's your flog of the week? No, you went. Nate, who's your flog of the week?
Look, I thought all four of us would come out with either Draymond or DiVincenzo. And for me, it's absolutely Dante DiVincenzo. Regardless of whether it was deliberate or not, regardless of whatever, the rule's the rule. The refs called the rule correctly. And the result of what got called was our fucking pipe dream got fucking shoved up the arse again. We have been waiting all year to see this. And this 4 minutes in, this little white motherfucker took it away from us.
DiVincenzo just needs counselling. Don't be hard. on him.
That is so right, eh? This little white motherfucker.
Don't be hard. on him.
He just needs
Get that boy
counselling.
counselling. Fuck.
Nice
Justin's
point.
roasting
Well
you, Gav, by the way.
Fucking
I know.
white people,
No,
man.
and I'm happy to show that. Yes, Justin, that's the point I was trying to make. And after 14 beers, I didn't make it very well.
He did.
My flog of the week is anybody who got up, and boy, you'll appreciate this. Anybody who got up and left the fucking Suns game after you paid hundreds of dollars for a ticket when Sean Marion was getting fucking inducted into the Ring of Honor and having his jersey retired. Why the fuck would you be so disrespectful? If you are a Suns fan, and we spoke about it, we're Australian. We don't get that many opportunities to go and watch our fucking team play in that stadium. It's something that we love. And you fuckers bought tickets and walked out of the game early. Fuck you. Fuck you for doing it, you flogs. If you follow me on Twitter, be more than I'm going to encourage anybody who's following Aussie Suns fans on Twitter that left early, unless you had a legitimate reason. Unless you had a legitimate reason. We don't have that many sex bots on Aussie Suns fans. Only when Boyd mentioned
Boyd created most of them.
We're more than happy for you to fuck off and unfollow us. But most of the fans stayed. But I'm talking about those fans that didn't stay, that didn't take the time. You bought tickets to go to that game knowing that shit was on. Anybody who got up and walked out of their seats and left.
You don't go.
Is disrespectful. Shut the fuck up. Is disrespectful and so disappointing. It's just
we call them snowflakes here in Australia. People that melt under pressure. But I tell you what, those people that left are sunflakes.
Thought you might have gone through a pressure cooker and come out with some diamonds, but okay.
Well, the illegal thing that I watched it on didn't allow me to see that shit. So, yeah.
Buy league pass.
I'm still surprised
you
watch any games.
Log in, dude. Seriously.
Given how cheap you are, man, I just fucking surprised you ever get to see a Suns game. I don't know how the fuck you watch them.
It's not illegal. It's on Sportsbet, man. The app. The fucking. It's all
And
free.
this. I loved that Book went in, got changed, had his shower, did everything else, and made sure he got out for the presentation.
Yeah,
well done.
That's why he's
That is why you're the GOAT. Hammo, no, we'll leave you to last. Nate, last comments, all that sort of stuff.
I think
Where do we find
pretty
you?
much fucking said over 1 hour and 58 minutes in the interest of finishing before 2 hours. I'll say fuck all other than see you in Brisbane. Fuck it, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Friday. I get in Friday, Saturday morning, drinking. Suns basketball.
Fuck
Kicks
yeah.
and Kings ass.
P.S. I'm there Friday.
And trots. I'm actually really
Friday.
excited to go back to the track.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Saturday.
We're going to do the trots Friday. But
We can
Friday
do both.
night, there's...
I actually think there's a Friday meeting as well, so we can go both nights. I'll get us some beers. It's fine.
You know that I have to be really well behaved Saturday because I got to fly home because it is Christmas Eve Sunday. So I have to be on a plane at 7 a.m. on Sunday. Friday night, though, there's a chance we don't go home.
No, there is. No, I'm going home. But Christmas
No,
Eve,
you're
you
not.
speak of this. Christmas Eve, you got to get on a plane and go home. I've got to get in the car and drive out to Warwick because apparently I'm shooting with my dad at 8 a.m. He told me the range closes at 10. So
8 a.m.
Nice.
Wow.
8 a.m.
Boy,
It's a
last
It's
comments.
a 2-hour drive.
308.
Take it offline, boys. Catch me at Mudguts on a mystery platform, at Buds83 on the Twitter, and not on Instagram, but you can get me on the Facebook Boyd Crawley.
I can't believe you gave your face back. Are you so fucking desperate for followers right now?
Hammo.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Final
Last
sign
comments.
off,
Where do we find you?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was just a question.
bro.
Yeah, look, guys. Aussie Suns Fans, Suns Planet at Sir Hammo on Twitter. I'm not going anywhere. Still going to be around. I'm just going to be a lot busier. So, anyone that's also following the NBL, I know, Nate, that you're up for this. Looks like we'll be covering the Illawarra Hawks as well. So, yeah, guys, look, this is a beautiful thing. It's not goodbye. It's just so long for now, as Al McCoy says. I love you guys, man. I really do. It's been a beautiful opportunity to speak with you, gentlemen, and I'm just not gonna find this kind of this kind of feeling again. So yeah, Aussie Suns fans, stand up, represent, and can't wait to speak to you all soon.
Hammo, I don't even know if we're playing. I don't think we're playing at Illawarra. By fluke, we might be, but I'll be at the Bullets game on the 27th.
In
Brisbane.
Wollongong?
No,
Oh,
in Brisbane.
Yeah.
I don't know we're playing. I just know there's a game on the 27th. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not too sure about away games at the moment. I'm right on the cusp of doing this thing professionally and being garbage man professionally. You know what I mean? So
I think you blend the two quite nicely.
No, but in terms of money, it's very close. So yeah.
Before we do wrap up, Voida, I don't know if you're still here, but wow.
Fuck.
Career changes. Gamer, you are
He's
the
doing the
king
same thing.
of the restaurant stuff. I'm really hoping that you change careers in order to become a full-time bright side of the sun person, because that'd be amazing.
Straight up.
But I'm not really sure. Throw it in the chat. I'm excited, but I will reach out to find out what the fuck restaurants.
Fuck restaurants.
There he is.
If you could also build some accommodation next to your turtle in the backyard, that would give some Aussies some
Fuck yeah, man.
free
Johanna will come stay in the
when we come
turtle
over.
hut.
Nate, we've seen the size of the accommodation for the turtle. We could easily fit in there.
Nice.
I was starting to enjoy singing videos on LinkedIn with his colleagues. He's doing all these songs.
Yeah, he would see.
Videos.
I'm shocked.
Now he's not.
Voida, tell us what the career change is, because that's fucking amazing. Congratulations, dude. All the best with everything. But ultimately, follow us, Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter, Aussie Suns Fans on Facebook, all that sort of fucking rubbish. Hammo, we love you, dude.
Brisbane.
Aussie Suns Fans watch party, Brisbane, 23rd. Hammo, we fucking love you, dude. Ultimately, let's be honest, you're going to be back on, because it's what we do.
Oh yeah, totally.
Nate, yeah, hell yeah. Nate, Boyd, you both cocks, massive cocks. Nobody likes
saw while I was
any of
sleeping.
you. IT resource and talent acquisition manager. Right. Well done. Congratulations, Voida. Well done.
Yeah, Voida.
This has gone for over 2 hours,
Hit me
which
up.
is fucking ridiculous. But let me tell you right now, I had a ball. It was awesome. Boyd's fucking cooked. Look at him. It's probably the residual from COVID. But ultimately, when we get to the back end of it, the next time we see you will be at the Brisbane watch party. We will go live. We will do what we did last time, set the laptop up. watch everybody
better.
at the Brisbane watch party against Sacramento. And I can guarantee you right now that at the Brisbane watch party, and when we get to the Sporting Globe in Chermside, we won't be there to fuck spiders.
Nope.
As Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a